Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate you guys being here. My old subscribers, my new subscribers, and all of y'all in between. Thank you so much for your support. I did post a video yesterday, so make sure you guys go check that out. We also are doing an investing challenge, and the pick for January is Realty Income, a really great company. But today we're going to be taking a little turn, a little spin. If you don't know some of the changes that are coming to the channel, check out the video I posted yesterday because that will explain more. But again, going into 2023, I've been getting some questions about like, what are your affirmations? Do you have like a word for the year? Do you have some manifestation goals and a vision board and all of that? And I wanted to come on and talk with you guys, like have a money heart to heart first, because I think it's important to recognize the psychological and mental aspect of finance and money before we even go down the whole word of the year and all of that. And I wanted to share some of the things that really plagued me and how I overcame them, and really talk about some of the money lies, the financial lies that we tell ourselves, and really that holds us back from investing, from wealth building, any type of financial level up that you can think of. It holds us back. And so I wanted just to come on here. I'm not editing this video out at all. And I'm hoping that going into the new year, you can take some of these tips, some of this motivational advice, and apply it to, you know, whatever situation that you may be going through in your personal life. Okay, so I do have my notes right there under the camera, and we're just going to talk. We're just going to have a conversation, and I'm going to share some of the things that really held me back for a long time before I could really focus on building our wealth right now. And I'm going to be really real with you guys, okay? So this is all about building confidence. Again, in that previous video, I talked about, you guys know my mission statement on this channel. My motto is changing the face of wealth. But you can't do that unless you build confidence with your wealth. And in order to even get to that point, you have to tell the truth. You have to be honest. You have to expose your inner self so that you can heal from that and then move forward with your money or finances or your goals overall. So in no particular order, one of the things that I used to say, like a money lie that I would say to myself all the time, especially earlier in my relationship. I've been with my husband for going on 20 years now. Yes, I got married young, and I'll be married for 18 years in June. One of the things I used to say was, it ain't that bad. Yes, the ain't is in that statement. It ain't that bad. When in reality it was. And one of the things that I would do is really, I figured, well, if I didn't look at it, if I didn't open the mail, if I didn't pull up the account, then, you know, if I don't see it, then it's okay. And I didn't realize is that was, number one, not the wisest move, because it doesn't stop interest. It doesn't stop collectors from calling. It doesn't stop, you know, the debt from piling up. It actually pushes you back even further. And so by making that statement, well, it ain't that bad. Yes, it was bad. And sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. Like the situation that we're in right now is crappy. It's crappy. We're tired. It's always, you know, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Something's always being turned off. You're about to get evicted. And without that, like, coming to Jesus moment, as they say, I truly don't believe you can build wealth the right way, because it's always going to be like this veil up of, you know, not true, untruth is what I'm trying to say. And so making that statement all the time, and I would hear other people say it, like, it ain't that bad. Yes, it is that bad. You know, at a certain point, if you still going in circles with the same issues, especially when it comes to your finances, and you're not even trying, it is bad. And I think that by saying it is bad and believing that it is bad, then I believe you can, you know, start on the right path to really making an impact on your money, on your finances. Okay. Another thing that I used to say, a money lie that I would tell myself, is that it don't take all of that. Yes, like that statement, it don't take all of that. When in reality, yes, it does, girl. Okay, like I always say, treat your finances like a corporation. Any person who is trying to build something like legitly, whether it's investing in detail, you need to have a system in place. You need to be tracking it so that you can monitor your progress. If you're trying to save more money, you need a system in place. Yes, it does take all of that, because let me tell you, you are going to want to quit after a while. So you need to have something to keep you motivated. So yes, it does take all of that. But I would get on my husband or just different ones, like they would be balancing the checkbook and all the other type of stuff. And I'm like, it don't take all of that. And I could go back and shake myself, because now I'm doing all of that they were doing back in the day. I'm doing now, because it does. If you don't know where your money is going, if you don't know what money is coming in, and don't even get started on investing or trying to get into real estate or even crypto or whatever, if you have no idea what's going on, I think sometimes we think we can kind of wing it when it comes to your finances. And let me tell you, the more you build in terms of your assets, you need to have a system. It is very, very, very important to have a system in place. And I also think that sometimes without a system, we waste and spend more money than we actually want to. So having a system in place is important to me. And that statement was a crappy one. Yes, it does take all of that. Another thing is that I would tell myself, well, I don't need to make any more money. I'll just make this work. The fact of the matter is, I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to have children. I wanted to be able to give more. I wanted to be able to just to go somewhere on a real vacation. I didn't go on a real vacation until I met my husband. Well, that costs money. That takes money. You need money to do that. And remember, I'm not talking about loving money. I'm talking about using money as a tool. And you need money to survive. You need money to do things. If you want to gift people things, if you want to pay for your children's college education, if you want to retire, I'm telling you, you need money to do it. And some of the things we had to do was, okay, we want to use money as a tool. So we had to get this right. Another thing we had to do was network. You got to put yourself out there. You got to get a side hustle, a side job, because let me tell you, nowadays with inflation and just everything going on in the world, you need more to build, because our dollars are just not stretching like they used to. And I'm not saying you have to go out and make six figures and all of that, but whatever your goals are, you got to put a dollar amount to it. And if you feel like, you know what, I don't have that much right now, you can figure out a way to get the money you need to achieve your goals. Again, it's never been easier to get a side hustle nowadays. You got the internet, you got the DoorDash and Uber Eats. I mean, you have something at your disposal to use, and it's going to take a sacrifice. Let me just tell you, you're going to be tired, you're going to be cranky sometimes, and you're going to want to feel like, giving up. But I'm telling you guys, it's normal. And remember your goals at the end. And I would tell myself, you know what, I can make this work, when in reality, it wasn't enough. Sometimes on paper, your expenses exceed your income, and you just need to make more. Maybe you need to go get another position, maybe interview, maybe you need to network more, maybe get a certification or go back to school. Whatever it is, making more will help you to achieve your goals and perhaps be a blessing to somebody else. Another thing that I used to say that was really crappy, another money lie, was that I would say, and I hated this statement, I hate it now, but again, when you're young, you don't have no idea what you're saying or doing. Assets are for a-holes. Okay. I'm not going to say the whole word out, but you guys know what I'm saying. And I think that belief came from how I grew up, and I grew up in the church, on and off, let's be honest. And it was always, if you had money, you were going to hell, or it was like rich people are just terrible people. It was just always a negative, attachment to money and people who had it. And I started to go into my young adult years thinking, well, anybody who has a whole lot of money are terrible people. And that was one of the biggest financial lies I could tell myself. I know a lot of people that are well off that are very charitable, that are extremely charitable. My husband and myself, keep in mind, we don't come from money, but now that we have a little something, we are very, very charitable. And it was just, again, another false lie. And a lot of times these things that we are ingrained with, that we are taught growing up, we carry into our adulthoods, and then we start to act and mimic these things out, not realizing that it's so far from the truth. And remember something my husband told me, the love of money is the root of all evil, but money, when used correctly, can actually be used as an agent of good. And let me tell you, I know a lot of people who have paid off people's layaways at Walmart for Christmas, or would cover somebody's bill, or would, just do anonymous things. They're not all out in the front and the cameras, behind the scenes. And, people who build assets are actually really wise versus what I would call them like a-holes. I couldn't even believe I said that, like assets are for a-holes. No, maybe rich people that you see on TV and in movies, they are like that. But in real life, people who have true wealth are extreme givers. They love to give. So I just had to put that out there, because that's like a misconception I had that I'm hoping nobody else have. Another thing that I have learned to accept is that being a regular, degular millionaire, or a regular, degular thousandaire or hundredaire, a regular, degular, consumer debt-free person, a regular, degular credit card debt-free person, it's okay. Like, I don't need to be the shiny, glittery one in the room or in the space. I like having my privacy when it comes to, you know, when I want to be on my own. And so a lot of things that I had to discover was that people who have true wealth don't wear it. They don't even see it most of the time. 85 to 90% of what my husband and I have, we never see on a regular basis. The rental properties, we may go over there physically maybe 5 times a year. Other than that, we never go over to those properties. We never step foot in them. And so I learned over the long term is that a lot of the flashiness you may see, and I'm not saying you can't treat yourself, but you know, like when you go on social media or you're looking at politics or, you know, these reality shows, and it'll show you this perception like, you know, you got to wear and just like plaster it up. Like I have this, I have this. But the true people who have it are regular folks. I mean, look at Warren Buffett, regular guy. I mean, he's a billionaire, but regular. Bill Gates did an interview where he could walk down the street and nobody recognized him because Bill Gates looks regular. If I saw Tim Cook, who is the CEO of Apple, walking down the street, I would not even know who he is. Literally, I would not know who he is because he's a regular person. And so, you know, I realized over the years is that as I'm building up these assets, as we are building up this wealth, being a regular person is good. Now, I like some, you know, luxury types of things, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, glittery and shiny. I don't need to be all of that because I like my own little space. Another thing that I wanted to touch on, this is a money lie, another money lie, is that, you know, if I felt like I wanted to quit, then that meant I was a failure. There are two different things between wanting to quit and actually quitting. Wanting to quit is a very natural and human emotion. I mean, and it's not even just with finances or investing. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to make a relationship work, if you're trying to have children, there are going to be times on your journey where you're going to want to quit. You're just going to want to throw in the towel. You don't feel like you're seeing any results. You feel like that, you know, you're kind of forgotten and overlooked, that it's not working out, and you're going to want to quit. But if you find that fire, if you have a motivation in sight, that is going to keep you going. That's why I'm a big fan of visual trackers, because it helps me to stay motivated when those feelings come on board. Remember, finance, money, investing is 90% psychology, 10% action. Once you train yourself into thinking, you know what? Yes, I feel like this, but guess what? I'm going to pull up my visual. I'm going to get my motivation and I'm going to get back on the train, versus actually quitting, which is stopping and then you're not making any progress. So I wanted to put that out there. Like, yes, you may feel like that on this journey, on this wealth building journey, this money journey, budgeting journey, debt payoff journey, whatever journey you're on, you're going to want to quit. I'm just being honest with you guys. After the first week, you're going to want to quit, but keep going. This is really, really important. You got to find the strength, the muster to keep going, because I'm telling you, it will pay off. Another thing that I really had to understand is that I could have all the affirmations, all of the word of the years, all of the manifestation goals in the world, but without any action, they're just words on a page. They're just letters. And one of my favorite scriptures ever is faith without works is dead. You can believe and just have all of the wishing and the hoping all day long. But if you don't put no action behind it, if you don't actually save anything, if you don't actually invest anything, if you actually don't stop swiping the card, all you're doing is just regressing. That's all you're doing. And keep in mind, nowadays, there's so many fun, different ways to achieve your financial goals with trackers and spreadsheets. You got YouTube now. That's a super motivational piece that you can use to help encourage yourself. So, you know, faith without works is dead. And you don't even have to be religious to actually take that as your mantra. If you want to lose weight, you can sit on the couch all day long and keep saying, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. But if you don't actually get up and change your diet or actually work out, you're never going to lose those 10 pounds. And keep in mind, like I said before, you're going to feel like quitting, but that's okay. You're human. Give yourself some grace and find your motivation to get back on. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on that I used to say, and that I had to really overcome, is comparison. This is a big one. This is a really big one, okay? And this is for all of you. Your best is automatically superior to someone else's, okay? Because remember, this is personal finance. This is your journey. So maybe you can invest just $50 or save just $50 or maybe pay off $50 worth of debt. Somebody else can do $500, but guess what? Your $50 is actually more valuable than their $500 because your $50 is going towards your goals. And one of the biggest mistakes I used to do on this journey is literally trying to fit someone else's financial plan into ours. I was never taking the golden nuggets like save more, make sure you budget. I was literally trying to, well, they paid $500 towards their credit card. Let me pay $500 towards my credit card. They invested $1,000. Well, let me invest $1,000. That was not realistic, and it was unfair to myself. And so one of the things I want to encourage you guys is that your best is always good enough. Not someone else's best, not Shalice's best. Your best. And this is with anything, especially if you are new to investing or just money, period. This is a trap that a lot of people fall in, and it causes them to quit. It causes them to stop. Don't do that. Remember, your best is always better than someone else's best. Why? Because it's your personal finance journey. So I wanted just to share a couple of the things that, you know, that was on my mind, especially going into the new year. Oh, and here's another one too that I used to say, another lie. Time is on my side. Oh, I was famous for saying that. Oh yeah, I got time. I got time. I got time. Let me tell you, that's a lie. Any financial goal that you have, if you are pushing it off until maybe you get 30 or 35, it's going to be harder for you to catch up. So saying that, I would make that excuse, well, time is on my side. And this is with anything. No, baby, you got to get up and actually do it now. If you procrastinate, if you wait, and trust me, I've dealt with being a procrastinator. But again, this is why I have reminders and visuals. Again, I'm a visual person. If I see, you know, I got 5 things to do today and I can check it off as I go, that's motivating for me to get it done versus just saying in my mind, oh, I got 5 things to do, and I'll procrastinate and get it done. Another motivator is just put on a YouTube video. If you are researching your investing, I got almost 400 videos on this channel talking about investing. Maybe you want to budget better. Put on a budgeting video and do your budget along with theirs. Maybe you want to exercise more. There are so many videos on YouTube where you can exercise with the people. Find a motivator. You see the common theme here? Motivate yourself to get up so that you can build the confidence to achieve whatever financial goals that you have for yourself. Okay, this is really, really important. We have these goals. We want to do these things in life. We want to experience these things. But if we don't really have an honest moment with ourselves and put ourselves in the driver's seat of our financial journey versus letting money be in the driver's seat, let me tell you, when money is in the driver's seat, 9 times out of 10, things are going to go wrong. You need to be the master of your finances versus the other way around. A lot of people fall into the ditch because money is controlling everything. All the money is going out to debt. It's going out to expenses. It's going out to bills. You can't do anything that you want to do. But when you are in the driver's seat, you are actually telling your money, you know what, we're going to pay this off this month because next month I can start saving for my vacation. Things like that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video on today. I have my regular pre-filmed video going up probably Monday or Tuesday, but I wanted just to come on and do my official last video for 2022 in terms of a word for the year, or 2023, like my word. I'm going to, it's not even a word, it's like a couple of words, but do my best. And that is in every aspect of my life. With my finances, with being a mother, with being a wife, do my best. Sometimes my best is 50%. Sometimes my best is 100%. Sometimes my best is 500%. But you know, whatever my best is on a particular day for a specific situation, just do my best. And that's it. Because my best is good enough, okay? So again, guys, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Please hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss an upload. It was a long one today, but I was happy to just sit down and chit chat with you because again, building confidence. We're going to be doing more of these going into 2023. Hope that you all have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.